everybody, it's Cynthia Porter with Visit Winona. Ed Hoffman is running the camera, and we are Facebook Live from the place you overwhelmingly wanted to see this week. It's behind me. I know it looks like a little kind of building, and it's actually a riverboat. It's the American Duchess riverboat. It's docked in Winona all day today. It's an incredibly beautiful summer day, and so we're going to go take a little bit of a peek at it, and I'll tell you a couple things I know. I have not been inside this boat, but I was inside its predecessor that was in Winona. It's probably been 10 years or 12 or 14 years, something. But I was aboard one of the American Queen's other boats. I think it was the actual American Queen. And they let me go on board and take a tour of it. They're not doing that anymore. I think that they actually let other people, just visitors, come and have a peek inside the boat, because it must sell a lot of cruises for them when they do that, because it's so beautiful. It's it looks like, if you ever saw the movie Titanic, that's what that boat looks like inside. I mean, it's so grand and so special that I wish that they could let people see it. They don't, because I think that there's security concerns that, unfortunately, the whole world has had to be a lot more cautious, and so they don't let, for the safety of their passengers, they don't let non-passengers come on board the boat anymore. But we're going to look at the outside. Come on up and give them a big peek down this giant beast of a boat. Cool, right? So, about 100 years ago, 120 years ago, this is what our riverfront looked like all the time, every day. We had more than 1,000. We had more than 1,000 boats like this that were landing, coming up and down the river, doing trade. They were bringing people to settle. They were bringing people on holidays, and by historians' count, at its peak, there was 1,000 a year coming into Winona's levee and parking here. And so, can you imagine what it looked like then? I can't. This boat is so huge. I'm sure that the ones coming couldn't have been this big, right? Because how many could you put on the levee if they were? But there were boats able to dock all the way. You can see our bridge over here, all the way up. There's probably, I don't know, maybe there's a good quarter of a mile of riverfront here that they could pull up to, and this was all flat, so it was just this giant, beautiful park with all these paddle wheelers lined up. Oh, we're going to go through a crowd of people, sorry. And then the shipping industry, declined because they made railroads, and that was it. Until the American Queen Company, I think that there's one other company doing riverboat cruises on the Mississippi River, but this is one that's been stopping in Winona for decades. The passengers get off and they get on those buses. We're just going to walk down. We're going to walk down below a little bit to give you from the ground level. So huge. It's so extremely huge. So the passengers get off and they get on buses and they get to go on little shore excursions all over town. I know they go to the Minnesota Marine Art Museum. They go to our Winona County History Center. They do sightseeing tours in our beautiful city. And then they shop a little bit downtown. Then they come back. They get back on their beautiful boat. There are about 166 passengers who ride on this boat. They have suites that go from 180 square feet to 550 square feet, which is a pretty good sized room for a boat. I guess some of them in this one, I wish we could see. Next time they come, we'll see if we can talk them into letting us inside. Some of these suites have like 2-story windows in them, floor to ceiling. Obviously, those are on the high end of what they have available. But anyway, inside, I'll walk backwards. Inside, there's like these grand staircases. There's a parlor that looks straight out of the movie Titanic. I'm gonna hit the curb, right? And there's restaurants. There's like, lounges. There's a cabaret. They have performers that go on the boat with them, and they perform nightly. They have storytellers that tell like Mark Twain stories, and I don't know. It seems like a lot of fun. People can go on a cruise that's as short as 9 days or as long as 20. I looked at their brochure, like 25 days. I don't know. That seems like a long time, but if you're retired and you just have nothing but time, why not? ¿Por qué no? So they go all the way up and down the entire Mississippi River. They have short ones that are just down around the New Orleans area up to maybe Memphis, I think. And then they have ones up here that go from the Twin Cities area down to Red Wing to Winona, La Crosse, and then down, I think, into around the Illinois area, and then back up. And then they have the long ones that go all the way up and down the whole thing. I know this boat used to stop here, I don't know, 10 times a year or something like that. And then I'm not sure why, but we got out of their schedule for a little while. Horrible, but they still loved Winona. And so what was happening is that the boat wasn't coming here, but it was landing in Red Wing or it was landing in La Crosse, and they were putting all of their passengers on buses and bringing them to Winona. So this year, this boat is only landing here one time. And we have, I think, I forgot the number, but maybe 17 bus trips coming here from other places where the boat has landed, because this is unquestionably one of the absolute jewels of the Mississippi River, and people want to see it. People want to be here. So I think some phone calls were made. People talked to people about it, and next year I heard that they're coming, I don't know, like 10 times or something like that instead. So yay. You are going to have to check the Visit Winona calendar, because we'll put all these visits on our website. Let's go talk to Mary. We'll put all these visits on our website, and you'll be able to come down here and see this for yourself. So when they come, people get off of this boat and they have questions, right? Maybe they've never been here before. I can tell you some of them have been here before, though. They come off and they say, this is one of our favorite stops. There are people who do this every year. They go on a cruise. Other people get off and they have questions. One day I was here with Mary working the information booth, and a lady she wanted to get her hair cut. Where can she go to get her hair cut? And so Mary helps people connect with stuff like that. She also gives out some brochures and some coupons. I heard, wait, where are they? If you're in town, you better run down here and grab one of these from Island City Brewing, which is right up the hill from here. Buy one, get one pints. And now I just got another one, a coupon for $1 off my visit, my first pint. My first pint. Can I have 3 more of those? Do I have to leave and come back in? Just kidding, I'm not going to do
more than 3.
I just took all Mary's coupons. This is Mary Farrell. If you've ever been in Winona, if you've ever needed help with anything having to do with anything about Winona, this is the lady that you worked with. She's our visitor services coordinator at Visit Winona. And so, Mary, how's it going today?
We've had a great day. Yeah.
Beautiful.
First of all, we have had wonderful weather. That's what people are commenting about. But we've had people getting on and off the bus, and on and off the boat, and on the bus to do hop-on, hop-off tours, and they're going to the Watkins Museum and the Minnesota Marine Art Museum and the History Center and the Polish Museum. So, and then there's a group out right now on the Winona Tourboat. So that's also a side tour that they can do as well.
Do you remember how many bus trips are coming to Winona this summer from La Crosse or Red Wing for the step-on tours?
We've just had a couple more other than this actual docking. Yeah, you mean the ones that come from? Yeah, just a couple. Yeah. But we've got the 2020 guide, and Winona is mentioned. There will be about 5 or 6 stops next year, right in Winona.
I thought it was like 10, but whatever. All right.
Well,
I said 10.
Well, you might be right. I
might be making that up.
It's more than what we had this year. Let's put it that way.
It's a lot more than we had this year. Thanks, Mary. You're welcome. Nice to see you. So let's just take a little cruise along the front of the boat. Let's not get run over by this tour bus. That would be a terrible way to end it all, right? But so every week we go, I can't walk backwards right now, you guys, because I'm gonna go right over this little walk. So every week we go wherever you tell us to go. We do a Facebook Live from the place you want to see. We know that you are connected to Winona somehow. Maybe you used to live here, or maybe you still do live here. Maybe you went to college here. Maybe you never lived here, but you love this place, because why would you not? Is that loud, that bus? Oh, sorry about that. I'm also being asphyxiated by it. Oh, God. Okay. So it doesn't matter. We all have one thing in common, right? We love this place, and so we want to show you whatever it is you want to get a look at. Is it a restaurant? Is it a street? Is it a building? Is it a museum? Anything? A park? We'll go anywhere. So far, we have gone just about everywhere. That's not true, actually. There's so many places left to go. Ed and I made a list. We said, all right, where have we not been yet? And it's pretty long, so we're gonna, probably have to do this show forever, I think, to get through the entire list. But, and it's another generator. I'm sorry. So tell us, please, where would you like to go? Oh, and shout out to the Hosiks who I ran into at a cafe. I think she said they're from North Carolina. They used to live here. They're back in town hanging around. And she's one of our biggest fans on Facebook Live, and I felt like a rock star for just a minute. She goes, oh, I know you. And I said, me? And she said, yeah, I watched Facebook Live, and it was so cool. It was really a little bit of a rock star moment. So thank you for that shout out in the middle of a restaurant. That was fun. So also, we love your shout outs. If you're watching and you're not here, tell us where you're watching from. Tell us why you love Winona. What was it that made you tune in to visit Winona's Facebook page? And what keeps you watching these Facebook Lives? And what do you want to see? Tell us, and we're going to go there. I don't think that there's anything we won't do. We did have to climb Sugarloaf. We did have to climb the ice park wall. So, yeah, I can't think of anything that we won't do. Just ask, and we'll be happy to show it to you. Everybody, have a great week. So nice to see you back here on such a beautiful day. Thanks for sending us to this fun spot. Where we're going to go next week, I don't know, but we'll see you then. Bye.